name's Kathy A, and yep, I know it's really early in the month, but I'm already going to be doing some of my November faves and flops. Why am I doing this? Because I have like 12 videos planned over the next 2 months, and I just wanted to get this out of the way, and I, believe it or not, do have enough products to fill this void. So as I usually do with the beginning of a video, I wanted to kind of give you my little life hack for this month, and it's something I've been using because I am kind of on a food monitoring plan. I don't want to use the big D word, the 4-letter D word, but I will use this one. And these are, I know, this is so, I know I do makeup, I know, but this is important, you know, because it's overall health and stuff. Now these are portion control snack bags, and what they are is it's a bag that has portions printed on the bag itself. So like for instance, you know, if you wanted to portion out your cereal, you would put out like 3/4 of a cup is like 1 bowl of cereal. We wouldn't look at this and think that's enough cereal, but it's portioned because it comes right up to the 3/4 mark. We know that when we bring it to work or whatever, we know we've got the right amount. Measuring out a pot of coffee so you don't have to scoop it out at a gathering or a party or something, or a brunch. You've got it right here. You can, you know, pre-measure everything out. And I love that, and you can just pour it in to fill, you know, up to the line, and you know exactly how many cups it makes. So with coffee it's good too. For the nut and granola and trail mix, because the trail mix, you're only supposed to use 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup of trail mix for a portion. So this really helps with portion control, because when I eyeball what a portion is, it's very, very different from what it actually is. So this is a very helpful little thing. And these are very inexpensive portion controls. They do have 1/4 cup, 1/2 cup, 3/4 cup, and 1 cup portions. So I think it's a great little thing to help you with your food portioning. Let's talk about shapewear, okay? Now fashion and beauty kind of go hand in hand, and I had seen an ad for a lady who was doing this thing called waist training. And I thought, well, this is interesting. You know, you get yourself an hourglass figure, and then Kim Kardashian did it. I have a picture of her right here. So, you know, even if you're like really a big balloon of a person, you can have yourself a waist by using these contraptions. Now the kind that Kim Kardashian uses is this kind, where there's hooks just like on the back of a bra, but it's this thing. And the idea of waist training is you put it around your waist and you wear it all day long and sleep in it, and it eventually compresses you. It's compression wear that is supposed to train your waist to get smaller. And then after a month of using this size, you're supposed to go down a size and use a smaller size. Have a look at the x-rays here from somebody wearing compression waist trainers. So now it is a rage, and apparently no matter how big you are, you can get your waist down to the hourglass, but at what cost? What I recommend is just use shapewear. Now this is it's a butt lifting like panty that has stays on the top right in here. There's stays there, I don't know if you can see them, but they hold it from, you know, like rolling down, because a lot of times when you wear these compression girdle type of garments or Spanx, if you move around like I do, they roll down. They just roll down, and then you get this big lump of a line in the middle of your dress, which is not very becoming. So if you get the kind with the stays at the top, also with the butt lift, helps a lot so you're not so flat in the back. Do a little J-Lo thing, okay? And then go down a little bit on your legs so you don't have this big puff coming out right where your legs start. So I personally think, you know, for special occasions, this kind of a thing is really worth investing in. As far as a waist trainer goes, personally, I think they're not very healthy for you, and there are studies where they can actually compress your organs together in an unhealthy way. So I know it's a fad, and I know I'm probably sounding like an old fogey, but this waist trainer thing, I think is really a bad thing. So I haven't talked about them in a while, but I always like to talk about the vitamins and minerals that I'm taking. I added something new. I added something new to the candy store that I take in the morning. I take gummies and chewies and tablets that are sugar-free, but they're chewable because I can't swallow pills. These are collagen replenishing chews. And they have hyaluronic acid and vitamin C. But they are, you know, you can tell that they're doing something. Now, collagen ingested is supposed to help with your skin and hair and things like that. I'll see what this does. I mean, this just could be another candy on my list that's not doing anything. These two are staples and got me right from the get-go. Apple cider vinegar gummies. I can't take a spoonful of apple cider vinegar, and I think there was an elixir I took from the Vermont country store that was supposed to be a super fire elixir. And I think I have a picture here of me tasting it. It's really bad. Oh my God, when you take a spoonful of apple cider vinegar, it feels like fire going down your esophagus, and I think it actually can hurt you. So this is a much more pleasant thing. I mean, these little puppies, I think they're even they're apple shaped. Apple shaped, isn't that cute? Can you see that? Really good. Let me have one now. And it has the mother in it. So without the painful burning gulping of apple cider vinegar for real, I've got the gummies. Now they do have like they're sugar-free, but I think they have some kind of sweetener in them to help out a little bit with that. It's got to offset that real bitterness and sourness. And the other ones are elderberry. I think elderberry extract is one of those positive things, good for the immune system. And again, through the COVID thing, I've been taking religiously every day elderberry and apple cider vinegar. If nothing else, a multivitamin and those two things, you know, I think is a really good idea. Skincare fail from Sephora. This is the INKEY list, and this is a oat cleansing balm. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm still chewing my apple thing. And this is a, it's booky too. It doesn't come out, it comes out uneven. It's not blended very well. I don't know if you're supposed to shake it or what, but it's basically a balm that takes off your makeup first. You use tissues or cotton pads to take it off, or a washcloth, I don't know. But it's so icky and it leaves a film on your skin. So you have to do a double cleanse, and this has to be step one. I actually probably think I'm just gonna throw this out. I'm not even gonna use it. It's so unpleasant to use. And that is the Oat Cleansing Balm. I don't know what properties or benefits it's supposed to have, but it had nothing for me because it didn't feel like my skin was clean. It left a film of grease, and I don't know. I still had to wash my face with something else, so no. Another fail from Sephora. This is the one size powder foundation from Patrick Star. Yeah, Turn Up the Base, it's called, and it is a powder foundation. What did I get? What color did I get? It's light 2N was the color. And I'm usually like the second or third in on these kinds of things. The packaging is beautiful. His packaging is just so gorgeous. And I like the guy. I think Patrick Starr's a really nice guy. I remember as an influencer on YouTube, I enjoy watching his videos. He's a nice guy. So I did want to support him. And when I purchased this, I'd heard other people say it was wonderful. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's really patchy. I was like, oh my God, it's awful. This is awful. I look so patchy. And it's so, you know, it's too expensive for me to keep it when I look patchy. So unfortunately, one size Turn Up the Base foundation, powder foundation from Patrick Star was a fail. So this is a huge fail, and this is from the SHEGLAM website. Stay Glam, Stay Real, SHEGLAM is the name. And this is a palette that reminds me of something that they used to have at Sephora. You remember that? I don't remember who did that, but it was like all waves. It might even have been the Sephora brand, but I think it was Hourglass or somebody had this kind of wavy eyeshadow combo thing. And I thought, well, gee, that's not too bad. It really isn't. The colors themselves are not bad. What bothered me about this was on the back it says, do not get near eyes. It's eyeshadow. Like, and it's like, if you get it in your eyes, wash immediately. I'm like, oh my God, it's an eyeshadow that's too dangerous to use around your eyes. So I'm like, well, I didn't see that till I, you know, got the eyeshadow on my eyes. And I meant to bring this up. This is an ECOTOOLS Duo Fiber Face Brush. I never review a brush unless I wash it at least twice, and I've used it at least twice, you know, with different types of product. And this is a wonderful face brush. It has, you know, of course, the thinner white fibers on the top, and then the more dense, thicker on the bottom. It's absolutely wonderful. You can pounce with it, you can swirl with it, you can use it for any of your powders. And I have used it for cream foundations as well. It works really nicely. It cleans up nicely. It does. I don't see any shedding, no shedding. It keeps its shape really well. For a drugstore value brush, this really rivals some of the higher end things that I've tried. Perfume. This is the Discovery set that I got on Amazon, I think, but I think you can get this in Walmart or somewhere. It's called the Wild Spirit Discovery Set. Now, again, I have Woolworth Pong or Nice. Those are my two categories of scent. And it's a really nice little set to pick up. And I always think that getting these little samplers, you get the coffrettes, as they call them. Coffret, is that it? Did I say that right? Coffret is like a miniature bottle. It's like that's a coffret. So out of these 4 scents, I love Driftwood, I loved Spring Jasmine, First Snow. The only one I didn't really care for was this one called Chill. But these other 3 are just beautiful, and they're all very different. So I do recommend this set, and it's called Wild Spirit. On my nails today is a very natural looking nail polish. I only put 1 coat on. This is the KOKIE, and you can find KOKIE in Sally Beauty. I think Walmart has it. You can find it online at Amazon sells it. And KOKIE, the website themselves, has a really broad spectrum of stuff. And I did buy a lot of things. And this nail polish is special because it is like 16 free, they call it. It means it's not unhealthy. It's not unhealthy. It's healthy. It's healthy nail polish. You know, nail polish used to be car varnish back in the old days, in the 1930s or 40s, whenever they invented nail polish. It was like car paint. That's what they used, red car paint. And so it's come a long way. I mean, some of the nail polishes have a very strong and very toxic kind of scent to them, but this is healthy, okay? And it's got, it's bio-sourced, it's cruelty-free, 16-free, which doesn't have those 16 bad chemicals. It's plant-based, it's vegan, and it is long wear, and I really do love it. The color I got is a very plain one, number 15. And this is the color here. You know, a couple 3 coats make it look real nice. It's just a very natural looking. Now, they do have lots of colors. I just happen to want to get a light color shade. But the KOKIE nail polish, really, really good idea. I'm starting to think a little bit more about health. Another fail from Sephora. Oh my God, this was awful. Oh, God. This is the Sephora brand, and I'm showing it to you now because I'm not going to show it to you when I do my whole Sephora brand thing, because right now it's 30% off of all the Sephora brand stuff, and I got a whole face load of it coming in a box. And yep, another night with a glass of wine and went on Sephora, and I thought, wouldn't it be great, hick, if I did a whole face of just Sephora brand stuff? Well, let me just order some. You know, it's going to be a choice of Rent or Sephora this month. So anyway, this is the Warm Wishes. This is a holiday palette from Sephora. And it's a really cute packaging, I'll have to say. It's got these little, like, you know, Christmassy things. Now they had to put this elastic on here because this won't stay closed on its own. So they had to build in this little gold elastic to hold it in. They're not fooling me, they messed up with the design. Anyway, when you open it up, you've got a nice mirror and you've got this beautiful, what looks like a really doable, functional assortment of colors. And then I tried them on. Holy cow. This is the cheapest crap I have ever used next to the, you know, the color labs that you get in the drugstore at Christmas time. This is not the usual Sephora formula, I don't think. All I know is that when I put this on, it lasted not even with application. It was just nothing, awful. And this was the most doable out of all of the palettes they had for the holiday. And I wanted to have an eye palette for my Sephora face. So this I bought in the store, and it's going back, babe. It's going back. Yeah, the Warm Wishes was absolutely a terrible formula. Even though the colors look really good, they look good on the website, it was really crap. Jaclyn Hill. You know, I used to love her videos. I used to watch her when early on in YouTube in like 2012, 2013. She was really good. She knew what she was talking about, you know, and she was really good at reviewing makeup, and I really liked her. She was very inspiring. And then she came up with her own sort of makeup line, as you know. Morphe put out a Jaclyn Hill palette, which was very popular and still is to this day. And then they came up with the reject palettes, which were all the colors she rejected, and they put them all in separate smaller palettes and released them. And then she did her own lipsticks, which had like cat hair on them or something. And then she just put out something else new too, but I'm not getting it. But anyway, this is Morphe's Jaclyn Hill Divine Neutrals. And I thought that it would be divine because, you know, I like her other Morphe palette. I mean, I have to admit, the other Morphe palette for Jaclyn Hill, the original one, was pretty good. So I thought, well, maybe they're going to really watch themselves and do a good job with this. It's awful. It's just awful. And as there's like hardly any payout, the colors are extremely warm. I don't know what it is with this orange crap that's going on, but I can't stand to wear too much orange stuff. Here I am wearing an orange shirt, orange, well, anyway, it's just way too warm. It's not neutral. This is not neutral. This is warm. And so it's going back because I just can't. And it's just the payout's awful. You know, the color story looked like it was going to be pretty good, but none of them look as neutral as they do in the pan. They all went warm on me. They all went orange. So the Jaclyn Hill neutrals, going back. So I talked last month, a couple weeks ago, about this Nude York palette from Rude Cosmetics, and I just thought it was fabulous because it had, you know, the blushes, the bronzer, the highlighter, and then it had a perfect eyeshadow palette. This is a wonderful travel palette or keep it at your desk at work, and I loved it. So I went on the Rude website and bought a bunch of other things, and I can't believe I got, these are the 3 Metropolis palettes, and they came as a set of 3 for $30, so 10 bucks each. I figure I gotta find something in here. And each one of these palettes has a color story I'm not really keen on. This one, and this one. So all together, but not really. The quality of these was not the same, and the color payout wasn't that good. There were a couple colors mixed into this grouping that were okay, but not enough that I would recommend any of them. And I thought I was getting a winner here. I was going to be all excited about it, but this is not really a very good set at all, so it is not recommended. They sent me this as a free gift with the order, and this is the Party Animals palette, and this formula is different, and I like it, and the color story is better, and I like it. So the only saving grace to that order was this little piglet thing here. Beautiful little palette called Party Animals. Look at the colors. Really, really nice. Absolutely beautiful. I love this little palette, and it was free. There's my alarm clock going off again. It must have been, is this my second hour? I don't know. I know my videos are way too long. I'm really sorry. You want me to divide them into 2 videos? Because I find that when I've done it in the past, I don't get as many views on the second one, and I feel like I lost you. You know, like, I don't know. It just feels incomplete when you watch a part 1 and a part 2, and I can't shut up. Well, anyway, this is the Party Animals palette from Rude Cosmetics. It's California brand, and I just love it. I love it. I think it's a really cute little palette, and they were giving it away as a free gift with the order that I placed. So, imagine that. Also in that order, I did get the Sculpting Contour Trio, and that is a sculpting palette where you have like a highlight powder, you have a regular kind of powder, and then you have a, this is a bronzing. You could mix these two together to get a lighter bronze, but I mean, it works nicely. I wasn't extremely happy with this, so I don't know if I could really recommend this either from Rude Cosmetics, but I mean, it did the job and it wasn't very expensive. But that is the Contour Trio from Rude Cosmetics. I don't know if I've talked about this in the past, but I love it. This is ZOEVA. This is their contour palette. I love this. I'm wearing this today, and it's a wonderful light, neutral, bronzing, contoury thing. It looks like it might be a little warm, but it's not. It looks beautiful on. It goes on nicely. It stays all day. And this little kind of orangey bit here, you can put this underneath your blush for a slight shimmer. It's very natural looking. This is a wonderful item, and I think I picked this one up of all places, like a TJ Maxx or something. 03, Gloomy 03 is the color, and it's perfect for me with my medium light fish belly white girl skin. In the drugstore, Wet n Wild, they have several of these kits for $5. They say $4.99 on the shelf. I could really push that, you know. That they have $5 here and they charge $5, but it's $4.99 on the shelf at CVS, and you get 2 eye palettes and a liquid liner. I was really impressed with that. It's a pretty good price for this, and they get you a really nice neutral, and then you've got your violet palette. Really nice. I was like, maybe they're redoing yet again their formatting or whatever for their eyeshadow palettes, but wow. I liked it, and I've used this one. This is the Naked Truth. It's a beautiful, beautiful palette. It's got, you know, a nice base here. You've got your shimmer, you've got your dark, and you've got your, I like to line underneath my eyes with these, but you've got some beautiful, beautiful eyeshadows in this. And then the purple one, of course, has all your violet shades, which, you know, some of you who don't have a lot of purples, these are beautiful. You've got a cool tone, deeper purple, you've got the medium purple, a lilac, you have a base light color, which it's not shimmery, it's a great base for this. You've got a pink, And then that lavender at the bottom. This is a beautiful set. 2 of these, plus the, I think it's the H2O. It's the H2O black liner. It's a liquid liner. It's very good, very sharp. I always shake up these things. I did use this the other day underneath, and I will just put a little light. Works really well. Not quite as well as my KVD Trooper, but it works fine. And you know, for $5 you get those 3 items. That's a terrific deal. That's a terrific deal. They also have a set that has all these, it has the cat suit and lip liner, and then they have one that's got all like different lip glosses in it. I was really impressed by the kits. There's probably about 5 different kits. And this for your eyeshadow palettes, you've got, you know, all those glosses. You've got, I think they have a nail polish one. So have a look in CVS, and they had these over the top of the seasonal rack where they have all the like bathrobes and things like that. They had this in just a row. So I don't know how your CVS groups things, but this is definitely well worth it. This is NOMAD. NOMAD Cosmetics Intense Eyeshadow Palette, and yeah, the colors are somewhat intense. This is Haunted Europe, and I ordered this back in August. I just got it the day after Halloween. I was like so pissed because I wanted to do a Halloween makeup thing, and I wound up going in the graveyard with the noisy radio thing. I was like, ugh. Are you all gonna forgive me for that? Oh my god, I got the worst emails I've ever. Okay, never mind. Haunted Europe from NOMAD. I will just show you the cutest packaging. Can you see this? Isn't that cool? Okay, Haunted Europe has a very interesting and unique color story. Now these are not colors that I would make one cohesive eye look with, because you can't unless you know. Tara Babies, she could do like 12 eye looks from this, because she wears colors that are unimaginable. Right now this mustard and these yellowy mustardy colors are really popular, and she had a mustard eye the other day that I was like, wow, it almost doesn't even look good on her, and she looks good. She could go out into the yard and scrape some mud off the road and put it on her eyes, and she'd do beautiful with it. But I don't know, the mustard, I just don't like that phase of mustard. Now we have golds and mustards and oranges up here. We have some purples and pinks and neutrals. We have some blues, some greens. There's a really nice assortment of complementary colors. I think I would use these as accent colors. I wouldn't use them as base functional colors. But some beautiful, the shimmers. I mean, the shimmers are beautiful. That's the purple one, the green one, and let's see. This gold was quite brilliant, actually. See the gold? So you see these? Speaking of Tara Babies, let me just put this here. So one of these colors is actually like a holographic duochrome. I do the worst swatches. I'm so sorry. That's just not my thing. And I have a lot of arm I can use too. The big old flabby arm. I can fit extra stripes. Anyway, so no, it's got beautiful colors in here, and I do love the palette, but it's not functional like for a real, you can't do one eye look with it. I need a base white flat. I need like a crease color, and this is a little bit dark for that crease transition color. And then I do like to add a shimmer or two in there, and I did add some of these colors to my eye look today, so I do have some of them on. I really love it, and I love the imprints, and I don't know if you can see the imprints present things. They're really cute. Here's the, so there's little coffins here with the crosses on them. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. Yep, it's tombstones. They've got a mausoleum. They've got, I think these are flowers they put on graves. I don't know. But I mean, it's really cute. And I've been like swirling some of them off. But I do like this a lot, the NOMAD palette. It's called Haunted Europe. And they sent me handwritten thank you note for ordering from them. And they have a picture of their story, a husband and wife, you know, how they started it, NOMAD. And they have palettes that feature different places around the world. NOMAD, like traveler NOMAD. So I think it's a nice company. I feel good about supporting them. It's cruelty-free makeup. It's quality makeup. It's just a little funky, weird colors. Yep. But you know, I have that side of me. I can, you know, I can live it up. This is new from COVERGIRL. These are the TruNaked palettes. They have been reformulated, and this is from COVERGIRL. This one is the Desert Heat one. This was the most like functional, normal looking one out of the two. The other one I think had lesser looking functional. Now these are soft and buttery. These feel like Natasha Denona shadows. No kidding. No kidding. Absolutely shockingly good. They went on buttery. They didn't have the longevity though. They didn't last. So I don't know what's in them. They feel good on. There's a nice combination of colors. Let me see if I can put one of these. I mean, it looks like a high-end eyeshadow. It really does. And some of the darker shades and the bright shades do hold up, but the lighter shade, and I think it was this one was the lighter shade. It wasn't really white. It comes up as a different color. Yeah, it's more of a pink tone to that, to this white. So it doesn't seem to match the warm tone and the warm feel of this palette. And I bought this palette in October. I think it came out in August or September, and I bought it in early October. And I really like it. I think it's got the dark shade. I love it. So they did reformulate. It does look really nice on. I just didn't think the colors lasted that long. But I mean, kudos to you, COVERGIRL, because that formula, it really does feel like a Natasha Denona palette going on. I did buy a palette from KOKIE when I put in my order for the KOKIE nail polish and a few other things. It's really nice, actually. You know, basic eyeshadows. There wasn't anything really special about them. There wasn't anything really elegant or extraordinary, but they were just good, clean eyeshadows. And of course they are a cruelty-free brand, and I really do like the color story in here. Is some nice complementary or accent colors for me. You can sort of make a functional eye from this, but it's a little on the edge. In this blue, just pop a blue. I like the seafoam green. I like this turquoisey blue, and I like the bright blue just a little teeny bit here as it fades out to the edge of a darker bland color. The pink's really nice too. I haven't used it a lot, but I really like the formulation. It's a good basic palette. It's not extraordinary. It's not a Pat McGrath. It's not a Huda Beauty. It is, but it's better than drugstore. It's better than the COVERGIRL was. So that's the KOKIE. And this particular palette was called Utopia. Utopia. Big fail. Big fail. FENTY. This is the, this was the, not the first makeup that I got from her. This is the second one, because I had the 190 with her before. Now this one is 185. This is the soft matte makeup. Boy, did this look awful on me. It was really patchy. It grabbed onto my rough spots and texture. I don't know what happened here, because I liked her other makeup, that other one that she had where there were 150 million shades. Yeah, it just didn't work well. Maybe, you know, maybe I need to give it a little more time. I went to 185 and I should have stayed, because I've done the 190. The 185 seemed a little light. It just looked patchy on me. So FENTY was a fail. FENTY was a fail. Another fail, and I was suckered in by a really good display. This is Physicians Formula Butter. I was so suckered in by this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Blowout Mascara. And this is just like a small size. Thank God they did that, because I would have returned this puppy. It's It looks like it has a great possibility. You got one of those nice, you know, regular brushes like I like. I didn't like, it didn't do anything for me. Didn't do anything. I didn't see very much lash from it at all. It wasn't much of a blowout. Yeah. Yes. Nope. So the Butter Blowout Mascara was a big fail for me. I mean, nothing at all. It just looked like I had dyed my lashes a little bit. Didn't do anything. No volume, no length, nothing. So from Rude Cosmetics, this is the lip product I decided to try from them. And I think because it reminded me of the 24-hour Maybelline. This is Jelly Filled is the color, and it is one of the honey glazed lip gloss. Supposed to be very, very strong. It's extremely bright. I like the doe foot applicator they have with this. But Jelly Filled, it does look like the stuff in the middle of your jelly donut. Now that dries down really, really matte. Really matte. And then once it's dry, you're supposed to turn it over, just like with the Maybelline 24-hour, which I love. And then you put this clear stuff over the top, and it makes shiny matte. So, you know, it wasn't bad, but I just, you know, for the price and everything else, I might as well just get the 24-hour from Maybelline. That's great, that stuff. So Rude Cosmetics, again, I'm not really a big fan of this. So, or the other thing is it smells like the jelly filling in a jelly donut, so it's kind of a novel thing, and it's a pretty color. It is a pretty color. The matte thing, you know, and it leaves that little line of demarcation, and then you get all those little cracks and dents, kind of like a desert. But then you put the shiny stuff over the top, and it kind of covers them a little bit. But then it also, when that wears off, you still get all those little cracks and dings and stuff. So I did try a new concealer, and I like it a lot. This is the Revlon Colorstay Skin Awaken. They had a big display. I don't know if it's new or not, because I don't know. I haven't been over to the Revlon face products in a while. This is a 24-hour 5-in-1 concealer. What do they mean by that? I don't know. 5-in-1. How many ways can you use it? All right, you can use it here as an eye base. Okay, you can use it under your eyes. You can blot pimples with it. That's 3. All right, what are the other 2 things? Oh, maybe it's got a sunscreen in it. That would be 4. Okay, I'm giving it to him now. I'm stretching here. I can't think of 5 things I could do with a concealer, for God's sakes. It does have the sponge tip, like the Maybelline does, but you squeeze it. You don't turn anything. You squeeze it, and out comes the hook. I got a slightly lighter color probably than I should have. It's nice though. It goes on really nice. I would get a slightly darker color than this. I don't know what I was thinking. I always think concealers have to be light, but I'm wrong. You know, you need to just a little bit lighter than your regular skin tone. And, you know, when it dries down, it's still light, so it doesn't oxidize up like some of them do. This is color 3. Color 3. So I think I would go up, you know, to a slightly darker shade. But I do like this a lot, and it's from Revlon. God bless you, Revlon, in the drugstore. Worked nicely. From KOKIE, it's been a while since I tried their foundation. I wanted to try it again. It's a nice drugstore price. Shake it up. I think the thing didn't work for me. I hate that when you get something that's got like one of these pumpy things and it never pumps anything out. Okay, I think that's what yeah, I did. I had to do one of these with it. Okay, so it was okay. I remembered liking it more before. I don't know if they've changed the formulation or my skin has changed, but I didn't really care for it all that much. And there's a strong smell of like watermelon or something. Cucumber watermelon. It's a strong smell of that. I mean, it doesn't oxidize, it stays the same color, which is nice. A lot of drugstore foundations do not. As soon as the air hits them, they turn kind of an orangey, darker shade. And that's oxidation. This one did not. This one stayed the same color. I'm not sure I got the best color for me, but I think when I ordered this was summertime still, so I got summer shade because I was slightly darker. This is the full cover foundation. There's another one. I didn't try the other one. Maybe I should have tried the other one. Formulation on this was a little bit accentuating the texture. It sat on the skin a little bit weird. But again, I have kind of dry skin with lots of texture, and it didn't help me out at all. So I don't think I could recommend this one, but maybe if you have oily skin, this would be a good choice, because other people who do have oily skin seem to like this. So I hate to diss something if it's good for somebody. So maybe it's good for somebody. I have 3 lipsticks to show you. The first one is from Tarte. This is the beautiful, these are those new lip things, and they have a set of these right now of 4 as their Christmas package or their holiday package. What are we supposed to call it? Their holiday release is a package of 4 of these with this formula. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It feels good on the lips. It's a wonderful formulation. I think this, because this color is strawberry. Let me just see. Rose. It's the color rose. I'm so excited about this. I can hardly contain myself. I went to KVD Beauty, and I know any of you who know me know I have been looking for a dupe for Kat Von D. Celebutard was the name of the lipstick, and it caused a huge stir, and Sephora pulled it from all their shelves because it was offensive to the mental health community. Celebutard was the name of the shade. And so Kat Von D was so mad, she never re-released that same shade, even under a different name. And I loved that lipstick. It was my favorite shade. So, the company that makes Kat Von D makeup is the company called KVD now. Kindness, very goodness. I don't know what the heck this stands for, but I think they brought it back, and it's called SheDefined, and it is what I'm wearing today. It is the perfect daytime lipstick ever. So KVD Beauty, and they have somewhat of, it's almost like the studded case, but it's white, and this is called Epic Kiss, and this is called SheDefined, and it is, if it's not the exact same thing, it's so close. I'm just so happy because I know my mouth just looks plain to you, but in the daylight, in the outside, it's just a beautiful color, a beautiful, natural, minimalist makeup color. And it was called Celebutard when it came out the first time. They have re-released it as SheDefined. And God, thank you. Thank you for doing that. I've been waiting for this, I don't know how long. So, and there's no other colors that are close to it in this selection, since I said, oh, I got that one, I'm gonna go get another couple of shades that are, you know, a little bit different. And none of the other shades were as appealing, for sure. This is the lightest, I think this was the lightest shade. And then there was one that was, it looked similar in color tone, but it was much darker, it was like 6 shades darker. So I just love it. It's called SheDefined from KVD Beauty, and you can get that in Sephora, and right now it's on sale. I don't know if I mentioned this in the past, but I did want to bring it up again. This is the Wet n Wild Loose Shimmer Highlight. Let me just show you. I'm just going to take a little bit off. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Can you see that on my big old arm? This is such a beautiful highlight, you know, without being too overpowering, and I think you get like a boatload here. This is enough to last my natural mortal life. I was like $4 or something. This is Wet n Wild. Okay, so this is the translucent Mega Pro powder from Wet n Wild, and it's called I'm So Lit. I love it. And like I said, there's like a half a cup in here. I'm gonna have to use one of my things to portion out what it is. I think it's like a half a cup of powder in here. Come on. You know, and see, highlight's not one of those things I go to the luxury brands for because of things like this. It works so, look at this. I mean, it works so well, and it's like $4 for, you know, a gallon jug. So I'm So Lit is the name of the color. So have a look at that. It's very, very nice. It's a neutral, very nice, friendly on old skin kind of highlighter. Last thing are my smell-alike scents. I have one in Good Girl and I have one in Issey Miyake. Good Girl and Issey Miyake. Really nice scents. You miss out on the shoe if you don't get the Good Girl in the black shoe. The Good Girl in the black shoe it's like $7 from Amazon. I'll link these below. They have any perfume you like, and they do such a good job. They are oil-based copycats. Really good. And they last just as long. Unbelievable. So the Issey Miyake and the Good Girl, you can't tell which is which here now because that's not the pretty container. So if you really want to have the shoe, I mean, you could get the shoe, and then when you're out of it, you can refill it with this, like you would do with wine. You know, you pour it out of the box into the decanter. Nobody knows, I think. Nobody's ever going to come to my house for a party. Okay, I think that pretty much does it for me. I will be doing my Sephora box haul, and I'll do a try on with makeup. I'll do a full face with all Sephora products, and just know that the Sephora sale is going on at this time when I release this video. 20% off for idiots like me who spend too much money at Sephora. It's 15% off starting today, the 9th of November, for VIBs, which are kind of like regular people that like makeup. And then insiders, who are just people who sign up with their email, get 10% off starting on the 11th in a couple of days. So this sale goes on to the 15th. Hopefully they will have the Sephora products that I show you. As soon as I get the box, I'm going to film the video right away and make a full face of just Sephora products so you can see what the story is. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful week, and I'm sorry I'm so early with this, but dang, it's just as long and there's just as many products. Okay. All right, love to you all. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Toodles.